FM 4880 is an approval testing standard promulgated by FM Approvals, a subsidiary of FM Global. It assesses the fire performance of cladding systems in terms of combustibility and self-propagation. FM 4880 uses small and large-scale tests to assess the fire performance of these systems. Construction systems can receive a Class 1 pass to 9.1 metres, 15.2 metres, or with no height restrictions. Class 1 systems exhibit limited fire spread and fuel contribution in the event of fire and may not require special protection such as sprinklers in and of themselves. Approval criteria and tests for each system are determined by FM Approvals assessors and may include the ASTM E84 surface burning characteristics. This is conducted in a Steiner tunnel, a 24-foot, 7.32 metres long steel chamber which is lined with fire bricks. The product being tested is installed on the ceiling of the chamber. During the test, 2 burners are ignited at one end of the tunnel and driven via a forced draft. Testers measure the flame spread index, FSI, by tracking the passage of the leading edge of the fire through viewing windows in the chamber. An optical sensor is also used to determine the smoke developed index, SDI. There are no limits on the E84 results. 2. The ASTM E711 oxygen bomb tests. In this test, a product sample is burned within an oxygen bomb calorimeter to determine its calorific value, heat produced through combustion. There are no limits on the E711 results. The UBC 26 Part 3 room test. The test room is 2.4 metres wide and 3.66 metres high with a doorway at one end. The product system being tested is mounted on the walls and ceiling of the room. A wooden crib with a dry wood weight of 13.6 kilograms is placed in a corner at the opposite end of the room from the doorway. The crib is ignited and allowed to burn for 15 minutes. Several pass-fail criteria are used, including whether flashpoint occurs. This is judged to be when flames project from the door. Air temperatures at the top of the room exceed 593 degrees C, or heat flux at floor level exceeds 20 kilowatts per metre squared. In order to achieve Class 1 with no height restriction, the construction must also pass either FM Room Corner Test 25 to 50 foot test or FM Approvals 16-foot Parallel Panel Test. The FM 50-foot corner test. This uses a 2-winged rig with 2 15.24 metre high walls and a small ceiling. The walls are lined with the cladding system being examined and a large fire source, 345 kilogram dry timber, is positioned in the corner. To achieve approval without any height restriction, there must be no flame spread or fire propagation to the extremities of the panel construction. 1. FM Approvals 16-foot Parallel Panel Test. The system being tested is installed in 2 4.87 metre tall walls. The walls face each other and are half a metre apart. A 360 kilowatt propane sand burner sits at the base between the 2 walls. To achieve approval without heat restriction, the peak chemical heat release must be less than or equal to 830 kilowatts. Kingspan Cooltherm K110 soffit board produced at our Pembridge and Castle Blaney manufacturing facilities is certified as FM 4880 Class 1 in thicknesses up to and including 120 mm. This approval is valid for use as ceiling soffit insulation only, with non-combustible walls with no height restriction.